Okay.
Okay.
Okay. So good morning, everyone. Thank you for joining today at our steering committee. Thank you also for understanding that last month I had a personal problem and I needed to postpone this meeting. So today we'll be speaking about the results of February because we already shared the numbers of January, but feel free to ask any questions concerning January as well. We'll go over first with safety report, industrial KPIs, our P&L, OPEX, and then we will move to the commercial perspectives of forecast and non-auto and new business progress. And at last, we'll be speaking about financial topics and report. In the safety, we had one accident in January, which we already reported. And in February, we had 0 accidents and 2 incidents, material incidents in February only. In terms of industrial KPIs, our efficiency KPIs for the slitting line, we continue to have problems in February concerning absenteeism of our employees. Unfortunately, we've been having some issues and we are dealing with human resources. We expect to have this solved by this month and next month. We're still facing some issues during the month of March, but we hope that in April, with the actions that we have been implementing, that we will recover our volumes and also our productivity. In terms of coils per hour, we reached 1.9, which is very close to the target of 1.91, but still a little lower. And the TRS, 10% versus the target of 15%. As for the blanking line, for the productivity in February was also lower. We had some small breakdowns, some machinery breakdowns, things related to the maintenance. And as we had the preventive maintenance is scheduled for the Carnival week, we were making small adjustments in February. So in March, we could wait for the maintenance, and these problems have been solved in the maintenance. In any case, we reached 7.76. This is still above what we had in 2024, but below the target of this year of 8 tons per hour. And for strokes per hour, we also were below the target of 1,100, and we reached 1,058. As for the TRS, we almost got to the target of 50% in closing in 46%. So we have been all of the actions related to efficiency and productivity recovery. They have been registered in our lean process, SPG, and we've been following up every day and on our routine meetings. As for the P&L, so in January and February we had good volumes and above the budget. So we've been having positive results. I will not say the same for March. March, I think Gilberto will disclose some data of forecast. March will be a very tough month. But in terms of volumes, we in February 3% above the budget, and in a year-to-date basis 9.7%. Also in comparison with 2024, we are above the real of 2024. In terms of net sales and gross profit, we are still recovering. We are not. We have been impacted due to the postponement of P13C. So this project for Nissan has different negotiations of customers and volumes and prices, and unfortunately, as the project was postponed by the customer, it was supposed to be starting in January and February, and now it's starting in April and May. We are seeing some will be affected in our net sales and gross profit, unfortunately. But we have been very diligent with our costs and operational expenses, and in a year-to-date basis, we have been able to save 500,000. So this helped us in reaching an EBITDA above the target, above the budget, and reaching in a year-to-date basis 900,000 versus the forecast, the budget of 228. Okay. In more detail, when we go for the operating expenses, we have some deviations that we are correcting in the next month. Is, for example, the maintenance. We had an overspending in maintenance in the month of February, which is related to one accounting process that was registered wrong. So this will be corrected for the month of March and April. And also we have been having some deviations in communication and other, which is related to our IT processes and also related to the tax difference of what we call GFALs. Is a difference of tax fee between buying materials from another state and bringing to Rio de Janeiro state. But apart from this, we've been controlling with our costs, and this in terms of reais per ton as well. We have been more efficient in these 2 months, initial months. Okay, so Gilberto will continue with the commercial
Okay.
perspective.
Thank you, Ms. Morgan. Okay, before I go to these main customers, I would like to share you about general automotive market in Brazil. February demonstrated a positive trajectory for Brazil's automotive industry, marked by increased sales, increased production, and growing in electrified vehicles. The Brazilian automotive market experienced a big increase in vehicle sales, marking a 12 rise compared to the same month in 2024. In production, reached a 15% increase compared to the same month of last year. So we had in Brazil very good February. So for now in how was our main customers, starting with Nissan. Nissan produced in February 5,260 cars, 18% more than forecast in the budget, even with the postponement of the SOP for the new kicks P13C from February to April, as Nicole explained before. February production maintained as a forecast for current models. However, March is facing significant drop, as we can see here, of 68% due to the P13C adjustments. Nissan took collective vacations that extended after Carnival Week in Brazil in February to March. For this reason, March, there will be only 10 working days. So this volume is dropping a lot, as we can see here. So regarding Gestamp, was already impacted by the falling demand for GM's Onix, a car that was recalled due to suspected safety flaws. The Onix is GM's best-selling car here. So with this recall, GM's factor has stopped production for at least 90 days, 3 months. So in Gestamp's forecast, the impact is almost 6 months, representing a drop of 22% compared to the budget. Comments here in automotive? Yes.
Questions?
Yes, for sure.
Thank you very much for explanation. So about the Nissan's SOP,
yeah,
P30C, so delay to April or May, right?
Yeah.
So this sends a new forecast, maybe line 5. So after April or May, is all of sales volume for P13C or still
No.
selling both of current kicks and the P13C? So
Yes, they are considering both because
okay,
as we can see here in June, for example, they are forecasting to have a ramp up here. So
right.
because of that, we have so many cars here. But of course, we don't know if after SOP how will be this movement and
Mm,
acceptance here in our market, right? Yeah,
all right.
but
Understood.
this forecast is considering P13C from April afterwards.
So when Nissan will stop the production of current kits as
Uh,
their
they
schedule?
uh, they don't have they will have the continuing project with P028, you know. So the P02F is the current kits will produce during this year because
Right.
SOP for the new one facelifting and now using they are how can I say behind the schedule. So uh, we don't have official information, but they are saying that we will start in the end of this year and beginning of next year,
I see.
December, January.
Will continue production both of
Yeah,
the current kicks and the P30C until P02
there need two eight. Yes,
uh,
PZR
will
two
be
eight.
will be achieved reach to SOP. Okay, understood.
Yep.
And also the GM Onyx, so it's the bad news. Onyx demand is decreasing.
Mm-hmm.
So they have already started some stoppage of operation, the 3 months, right?
Yeah.
Until when?
Then
So May,
the main months is March, April, and May.
April, May.
Yes, and June and July, maybe they will have a little impact because they will restart, but they don't. I don't know. They don't have this much concrete information that this
Right, right.
recovery will be
Any
in
They
the
they will
maybe
same
some
pace or not.
period. Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry, if I can help with the General
Uh,
Motors,
Uh-huh.
Onyx, they have yesterday we have a meeting with General Motors. They talking about the strategy for this product.
Mm-hmm.
So they don't want to sell to directly to leasing companies, for example. They now put this product just in retail. It means they will reduce the production and
Mm-hmm.
to increase the margin. And after that,
Mm-hmm.
with this strategy, in July they're gonna do a facelift from this car. So
Mm-hmm.
that's why we're reducing volume right now and try to increase the volume for the second semester, but not so high as we expect.
Okay.
So okay, they Gravataí factory, the unit, now is starting a change for receive the new car from General Motors is a SUV based on this platform, Onyx platform, and
Mm-hmm.
it's gonna be the first hybrid car from General Motors in 2026. So we have three cars in this unit right now, and
Okay.
planning for this, but not so high volume. So I don't expect too much more than we have today.
Okay. Understood.
Okay.
Thank you, Enrique.
thank you, Enrique.
I have one question, Gilberto. So for
Yeah.
Nissan,
Hmm?
this drop in March, is this for adjusting their production line, or is it? Have you heard the reasons for the drop here?
Yes, because an SOP of new kicks, new model, was planned to have in February, but they postponed to April. So because of that, this portion of new kicks was reduced here. They don't
Okay,
have any volume here for new kicks, and also March they had this collective vacation, so they are working
I
very
see.
slow pace, you know. So
Okay,
because of that, they don't produce more than this.
I see.
Mm.
So do we think that Nissan will for sure start producing the new model from April, or do you think they will further delay
Mm.
production?
They are saying that they will start in the second after 15th, in the middle of April.
I see.
Yes,
So
but
most
they
likely
will.
this
Yeah.
this 5,800 vehicles units will be reduced then, huh?
Yes. Yes, yes.
Okay.
Maybe not, because the amount of cars to be produced of the new project in
Mm.
April is not significant. So we are talking about 200 cars in April of the P13C. These 5,000 cars are for the current Geeks.
I see.
So, so as for your question, if this could be postponed, I think not, because they have already scheduled the launch with the media in May. So they would have to postpone a lot of things to do this launch, to postpone also the production. I think they will stand, but we can see only the ramp up only for June. So they will launch the project, but maybe in lower quantities of what we had anticipated or expected in our budget.
I see. Got it. Thank you very much.
According to Gestamp, so yes, hopefully no further delay. So maybe April, the May, the schedule will go into the SOP. So hopefully.
Okay, that's good news. And this new model is coming from the Nissan announcement that they're going to expand the production, or was this formally planned?
It was
So they
from
were
it is the same model that is already currently being produced in Mexico. So you are already seeing these cars in the US probably, and
okay.
it's the same model, but new for us is also it was already forecasted. So these new changes,
Okay.
everything that they're speaking in the media about closing some factories and change, we have not heard anything official yet for Brazil, but so no new models for now. We have some rumors that we heard about Argentina and production from Argentina,
Yeah.
from Mexico, and also after the Trump taxation process with
Mm.
Mexico, maybe something could come to Brazil, but we haven't heard anything official so far.
I see. But is Nissan making the investment that they announced like a year and a half ago? I forgot. In US dollars, I think it was $500 million or so.
Yes, it is referred to this project.
Yeah.
I don't know
Okay.
if
And
it's
so
100 million. It's maybe less, but yes, it is referred to
okay.
this project.
Okay. Got it. Thank you.
Thank you, Nicole.
Sorry, you go on.
Okay.
Gilberto-san,
Yeah.
our current stock, basically for Yoros, and the suspension material can be used to both new model and current model.
Yes, there are some that we will use, we will commonize, we will use the same part numbers, but for new kicks, we have new ones. Materials. Yes, not only from current kicks, but we have new developments of material for P13C as well.
So the process to purchasing process should be anticipated from April, right? 2 months.
Yes, as you know, about the purchase, we have to put order 2 months before to have a lead time to produce the coil. So we having this impacted because we how can say they didn't inform us in advance that they will extend this SOP of P13C. So we bought all materials for February and March and April as well. And the materials arrived in Mag, so now they are in our stock, remaining in stock. So we have all materials here. Because of that, our inventory is very high.
Good for new model.
For new model. Mainly about the main reason for our high stock level is because of P13C, this postponement.
Thank you.
Okay, let's go to industry, non-auto. Sales volume in February was 35% up on the previous month and 76% up on the same month in February last year. In terms of volume, February was 22% up on the forecast of the 406 metric ton in the budget. It's been a long time since the non-auto volume target was reached. So this February was good for non-auto. In sales revenue, February was 71% up on the previous month and 89% up on the same month of February last year. February tends to have low sales due to the shorter number of working days, as we commented in auto, and also because it is the start of our carnival here. So it's common to have February with low pace, but as we can see here, this year was very positive. Although AMD volume was still below forecast, I mean 65% below budget. Sales for Fermator, the elevator system manufacturer, were very high, were 40% above the average we have per month. This was the main reason that February was positive in this month for us. Any comments here in non-auto? Okay, going to the new products development. This year, the task force we are doing with Mitsui São Paulo team has intensified. We are developing sales strategies by mapping specific segments such as construction, oil and gas, and solar, auto as well. And on this map, we have these 6 potential clients. Maxion, the first one, this Maxion is the oldest on this list. We are talking about months ago. After the process were approved, actually, there was a halt in the progress because Maxion was having quality problems with the Mercedes project items. They had many, how can you say, problems to develop the materials for the pieces for Mercedes. So because of that, we are behind the schedule in this development. Last week, this task force team, including Deborah from Sawaiai, if Deborah has any comments, please feel free to do that. But they visited Maxion and clarified the various technical points. With regard to the prices offered, we have offered the first offer to them, but it's still in negotiations because Maxion is requesting some reductions, which are still being checked by the commercial team. A new opportunity there in this meeting, they identified the supply of a cold rolled material and galvanized products to meet the needs for GM's pickup truck in Brazil called S10, S10. So more details we don't have yet because they will send the list of materials they use for GM, and we will offer quotation to try to enter in this project as well. And just last week, this same team also visited MTR, this solar company. The demand for steel is for profiles and tubes. They buy in slit coil and consume an average daily volume of 200 metric tons per day. They are in Juiz de Fora, in the state of Minas Gerais. Near from here, 2 hours from here, from Resende. And they use Civil 300 as a steel grade, Civil 300 as a steel grade. They have shown great very interested by Magnelis because their projects are very exposed to the aggressive climate of sun and the rain as well. So they think that that Magnelis can meet their needs very well. So the next actions is wait for the list of materials that we can do the quotation and offer something to them. And this last,
Gilberto,
yes,
Gilberto, one question.
Yeah.
Do we know who our competitor is for MTR? Who,
do you
Sorry,
know, Deborah? Sorry.
sorry, Hachiya-san. MTR has a very unique way of doing business in Brazil because we have other companies which produce the solar structure, but not the one that has all the process internalized. So Next Tracker could be a potential competitor, but not in the same way of doing business. They are trying to hold all the process internally. So yeah, no competitor at this same level.
I see. I mean, who is Mag's competitor to supply the steel?
Manchester, maybe.
Garcia,
Sorry,
Revolution.
Asotel is supplying to them.
Asotel.
I see.
Asotel, which is also located in Juiz de Fora.
Which is closer, Mag or the competitor?
The current supplier. Yeah.
Okay, got it. Thank you.
Just let me ask you something now that Deborah started commenting about. So their intention to date, they already have 100% of this process internalized. They want to increase volumes or subcontract or.
No, but for slitting, no. Slitting
Okay.
process and piping, they are buying and they are just building the
Okay,
structure.
the structure.
They are not planning to have the slitting process internalized, but they have some kind of idea of having like a pipe production.
And Asotel today they are in Juiz de Fora, right? And they have fiscal incentives for supplying to them directly or not.
No fiscal incentive in this case.
Good.
But of course,
Even
Asotel,
still, even because it's usually photo, we have a ICMS and benefit who could buy from Usiminas, for example. They don't pay ICMS there. Or
I have to check. I was considering the same
Okay.
like Lei Rosinha,
Okay.
like this. When
No, okay. But they have Minas Gerais is the state in Brazil that has more fiscal incentive for steel.
Okay, maybe.
Thank you, Deborah. And we have these other three big players in construction industry: Saint-Gobain, is Kingspan, and Steel Corp, who are still in initial contact. Introducing our company. We started to have we are trying to have a personal meeting with them. So we want to keep these three all these six companies information to other meetings that we will have in the steering committee. Every month we will bring some status of this the six and more, of course, clients we get. Okay.
Gilberto, one question about Maxio. Their counter proposal means 82% of deduction of just a blanking service or including material?
Yes, we heard about these numbers just 2-3 days ago, Ken-san. So I don't know. I'm not sure if this number is correct because 82% is very high reduction. I think they are considering other kind of. They are considering blanking not only to cut, but for example, for I don't know, with I don't know if they use any tooling, for example, but I don't know. We have to check this reduction counter proposal because this number is very high. We don't understand because why this. For example, slitting blanking when we do this process and these two processes in the same material, they want only this reduction and only for blanking 82%. So maybe this information is not so.
Gilberto, this is
Yeah.
the price difference?
Yeah.
Oh,
We offered the first proposal and they are saying that they have this difference when they compared it to Abril.
Strange.
Yeah.
It's very strange.
Let me add at this point, we had a meeting with them last Monday, Monday of last week. And it was quite clear that they couldn't understand what was the blanking process. At the beginning of the meeting, they said, no, we have a lot of opportunities on the blanking process. Your price is competitive. But when we received like 82% discount, seems not even reasonable because it's much lower than slitting process. And I was discussing with Douglas yesterday, and he mentioned that even Abreu cannot offer even close to this price. Abreu would be double or three times of what they are requesting for hot rolled coils, not even the same process that MAG has. So Douglas said that he's trying to arrange a meeting with them via Teams so we can clarify if there is any technical misunderstanding on the process itself. Because it's, I think their price idea for ton would be lower than 90 reais per metric ton. That's
That doesn't make any sense for any
Mhm.
blanking process in the market, but it makes close sense, but not 100% to cut to length process. Maybe
Yeah.
they are comparing with the cut to length process in Abreu. Still, I think that we need to deepen this conversation, understanding what kind of material they're speaking about, because we know that maybe, of course, the cutting some simple materials in the blanking process would not be worth it to them. Because
Yes,
what we can offer as a blanking service is very much above what they need.
the shape of requirement size and shape is very complex, or just its cut to length is enough? Just
I
in
think it's a straight.
cut
I
length.
think it's a straight.
So okay, that's why cut to length is enough. So for requirement, I see. Let's try to clarify. So hopefully the 8.2% reduction. So 82% is just a mistake of discount proposal, but I'm not sure why slitting press ranking 27% reduction, but
Mhm.
82%. So it's a bit strange. It's better to clarify. So please.
Yep.
any, sorry, just
Mhm.
to finish here with Maxon. Any idea about the total volume for this product? Because we're talking about trucks, right? Mercedes trucks.
Yes, for Mercedes, they are saying about 200-300 per month, 100 per month, week.
Okay.
Of material. And if and they are saying if they add this GMS10, they are talking about a total of 1,000 ton per month. I don't know
1,000?
if yes, ton per month. I don't know if it is feasible, but I don't know if it's true for Maxim because they about their supplier for GM is the first time we heard.
Yeah, because these items, GMS desk pickup is all today is 100% with Gestamp.
I see.
Right. So I guess that's so. But they have the machine has some huge giga stamping, right? So
Yes.
5,000 type ton. I don't know.
I don't know the numbers,
So
but
they have 5,000. So they bought the stamping machine from Evoleni. No.
No, from I think GM, the Komatsu.
GM itself for the Makina, なんだbrand is Komatsu. So
Mhm.
they have huge stamper in-house. So
Okay.
they want to
Wow.
do the switch from outsourcing the stamping to in-house maybe.
Okay.
Just one point, they mentioned a lot about Ferroleni as well.
Mm.
Yeah, but for Mercedes project, for the S10, I'm not sure, but for the Mercedes, Ferroleni.
Mhm.
Okay.
I see. Thank you. Okay, going to the new business opportunities. Two of these themes we have been well discussed this in recent weeks. So I want to talk about these two. Okay, an initial phase proposal for this Nissan Argentina has already been submitted. We submitted a proposal to them, and we have even had a visit from the purchasing manager here at Mag Plant. And according to their explanations, this flow of steel supplies directly from Brazil is still understood, but they themselves they say that decision making is very is low because in Argentina the purchasing structure is still belongs to the APO structures, APO alliances. So because of that, they have to report this to Renault to get approval. So because of that, they have a slow pace to advance with this project, but they are studying, still studying to have this new flow from Brazil to supply steel. Okay. And the second is the Lance project.
Gilberto, sorry.
Yeah.
In case of Nissan Argentina, who will pay those materials, APO in Brazil or Nissan Argentina?
They don't have
because they
APO
have a
anymore.
problem
We
with
are
remittance, right?
yes.
The currency problem.
We talked about this, and we are trying to have this decision from Nissan Brazil, from Nissan Purchase Brazil, to because they have other materials that they send to Argentina as CKD. So they want to do for still the same process that they have for other components they send to them. In this case, Nissan Brazil have to buy all the volume and only transfer to Argentina plant.
Okay, thank you.
Just make sure. So what is an incentive for Nissan Argentina to integration of procurement to Nissan Brazil? So now Nissan Argentina that is purchasing inside in Argentina.
Yes, they buy from Ferrocider. Yes, but according to them, after this changing the structure of APO, the volume for Ferrocider for Nissan, I think, is not so competitive in price. So because of that, they are trying to compare this pricing buying from Ferrocider or buy from Maggie here to decide if it's feasible or not to do this kind of flow.
So only outer or inner, both of outer and inner.
I'm not sure about the items.
We quoted both.
Both. Okay.
But also they have problems. Ferrocider has problems with coils from ArcelorMittal from Brazil to Argentina. So the idea was also to let's say that our relationship in Brazil is better in terms of price, in terms of logistics conditions, and also payment price conditions. So for them would be a positive, and also they have some incentive. I don't know. I don't understand correctly what it is, but they trade vehicles. So they import Frontiers to Brazil and then they export also there. So there is a balance in their operations of import and export. So we would not be selling directly to Nissan Argentina, which is good. We would be selling to NBA, and NBA would be sending this to them. So this also helps with their credit of ICMS and this kind of things here. So there is a whole picture, not just related to the prices, but also relationship and tax incentive, this kind of things.
Understood.
But there are also some rumors. These are only rumors that this factory in Argentina probably is not going to exist anymore. They will close this because they share this factory with Renault, and they will probably move this operation of the frontier either to Brazil or to Mexico. So
Right.
we don't know that for sure, but we heard this. I think Enrique has more information because he was speaking with Argentina plant manager, general manager.
Mm.
Yeah,
I don't.
Nissan decides end of operation for Nissan Argentina because it's not feasible to produce the pickup truck in Argentina because last year was 10,000 units, and now they have difficulties to buy coils from Accelor or Usiminas due to the problems with governments in taxes, etc. Specifically, Accelor don't want to sell to Argentina anymore. That's the first reason. So they will change the production, but they don't know if it concentrate the production in Brazil or sent to Mexico. They will decide this in the end of the next year.
Mm. I see. Yeah, actually, so all of OEMs seems focus in the production in Argentina for pickup because commercial vehicle. So they have tax benefit right in Argentina. So the Toyota and others, basically Hilux as well in Argentina. So I'm not sure. So production of pickup, the Nissan shipped to Brazil. So they can enjoy. They cannot enjoy such kind of tax benefit in Argentina, and also they need to them struggling from like import tax as well. So they need get some the incentive from the government. So not sure it's best option to transport in Brazil, but the Mexico is far from the distance from here to Mexico to to Brazil and Argentina. So maybe they may think about some kind of planning the shift operation of shifting from Argentina to Brazil, but it's depend on some tax issues maybe.
Mm-hmm. We know that this factory here in Resende is able to receive and produce 3 models. So they have space to internalize one more model. So of course we are hoping that Nissan Frontier comes to this plant and it would be an extra volume. And this for sure would be ours.
Hmm. But Frontier can be produced same platform of kicks?
No, but this this factory used to producing 3 different platforms.
Right.
So they would have to bring 100% of the production process to here. But in terms of capacity, they have capacity for 3 models.
Okay, I got it.
Okay, the second about Stellantis. In the main title is about Jeep, but we have one step further to go. So, which is Stellantis, Peugeot and Citroën PSA. It's about direct supply for CC21 car model. And this March, some tests are being carried out on issuing invoices in the system because we had to do some adjustments to the taxes module, etc. So if all goes well, the first official delivery could take place in April. And with this supply, it's already a step closer to joining the Jeep finally, because our communication with them is closer, and with that maybe we will have the system. Uh, 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 the system will be good to receive this new project from Guyana, for example. about the GP here in plant of Porto Real. So this month we are doing these tests, and by now we don't have any problems with this. So we hope to have volumes here next month. Any comments to add here, Nicole, for about Stellantis? Do you want to do?
For Stellantis, no, not really. I think what you were very pretty clear. It's just that I have one fresh information related to the first two topics. Unfortunately, I didn't have time to share with Gilberto because this happened yesterday. But as you know, we have been working with Usiminas to perform the JIT for the materials, and this would represent also for us big impact on cash flow. This is also one of our action plans related to the cash flow recovery. And I've been speaking I've been speaking with Usiminas to understand. So from their side, everything is ready. They are ready to start with consignment project, and we will start because today our main problem is related to our system. The SAP system is not set to start the consignment process from our side, from MAG side. So we will start with the tests in the first week, starting on March 31st. So this is positive because after testing, we expecting at least 1 month of testing and correcting gaps and everything. So we would be probably set to start with the consignment process in May if everything goes well. So we'll be reporting this to you because this was going to be very important for us. And also this is one of the main points to start the Nissan full service. So after we have the consignment process ready, Nissan already, because we received a visit from their logistics department, they have been working on internal actions for cost reduction and everything. And if they stop buying coils and buy only the material already cut, and for them would be much more valuable. So they will reduce costs internally, and for us also be interesting if we are able to negotiate with them very good conditions, the ones that we have been discussing and planning in our business plan. So after the consignment is ready, we can actually be speaking with Nissan about the full service process and maybe come back with better value added in our products.
Yeah, thank you very much explanation, Amori. So then I got to know, so it's, that your project with Genius GIT and also that it's progressing, and also I believe to your ideas that after confirmation of Genius GIT consignment, so we again propose in full service to Nissan. So I think it's a good idea and I believe to your strategy. So just one quick question. So the Margaret's subsystem is not how to say need some upgrade or adjustment of consignment scheme with Geminas, or don't need to upgrade, just the testing some kind of, how to say, I'm not sure.
Yes, I understood your question. The way the process is done today is much more automatic. So the consignment process is not 100% automatic. So a lot of actions. So the way we receive the nota fiscal from Usiminas, and the entrance in our system, the storage as a consignment stock in our plant. None of this is set. So we don't have this extra stock, this consignment stock set in our system. We don't have the team trained to receive this with a different CFOP, with different taxes. So there are some adjustments. There are mainly fiscal adjustments that we need to do in our SAP to start receiving the consignment process. This used to be done before in AMG, like many years ago, maybe 10 years ago. And we are bringing back this solution, but also updating with the new fiscal regulation that we have right now. So, so this is mainly fiscal, mainly tax and fiscal issues related to the SAP.
Okay,
The customization process.
Okay.
Thank you, Nicole.
Thank you, Gil.
Okay, the next is about the inventory. Regarding our inventory, like I said, despite having reduced 1.80 million Brazilian reais, the stock levels are still high. There are a number of factors that that have impacted this high inventory, such as the postponement of the SOP for Nissan, the new model, new kicks. We have the low precision of Yoroso's order plan, and also for Yoroso low consumption materials, we have a lot of them. So we have the problem of minimum lot quantity from the mill, and the low consumption of material from the customer. So this also impact our inventory. We are already taking some actions, such as negotiating the postponement of deliveries with mills, as we do every time. Improving all order controls internally as well, and optimizing and doing communications with part numbers, for example, and the others that we can find, giving orientation to Yoroso to prepare to do better preparation of their plan. Our PCP, our production plan department and commercial teams are working with Yoroso with this, making more stricter demands to the Yoroso to in order then can planning better their needs and push them and push the material from MAG every month. So we are having some actions, but of course we are still high in the inventory. This is the report for this month. Let's see, okay.
Okay, so I will be speaking also with these topics that Gilberto shared about Yoroso. When we are talking about the cash flow, it is very clear that we are in this situation for an operational issue that we have with this customer. And of course, there's the postponement of the P13C and the postponement of the X1312 from Renault. So also this is going to affect our stock. But as we've been speaking with all of you separately, we have problems with them when we are when we're speaking about the planning process. So in the last year, 2024, we faced a lot of problems with them in terms of customer service because we were in lack of materials. This was caused by Usiminas mainly, and also for these planning issues that we have with the customer. And so I think their way out of not having problems with lack of materials was to increase their orders and above what was expected. Even when we questioned them and asked them if they were going to fulfill their orders and accomplish what they had requested, they confirmed that yes, but we were seeing very differently. So usually we have a variation in a monthly basis of at least 30% of what is asked and what is consumed in reality. So this led us to a situation in the cash flow. It's our operational situation, which is related to this stock. So it was necessary to loan 10 million in the month of March. But we have been this scenario of the cash flow is very conservative. We are not considering these actions of the Usiminas. We are not considering the action of a reduction of orders with Usiminas, also because we're still working on it. But you need to know that we are working on, and we expect to pay this in less than 6 months. So we are not seeing this in this cash flow, but the actions that we are working on is to make this viable. So the Jituziminas, the consignment, I said consignation, but it's wrong. The consignment process, it should be ready by May. So if this is working well in May, we will start only buying materials that we need. So this is the main difference when we are talking about the GIT. We are not, Usiminas is not sending materials to us, even though we ask, they are storaging here, but we are going to purchase only what we need, only what we are going to produce and sell. So this is something, this is very positive for us. So this is why we expect to have a better cash flow management. This is going to be key to a better cash flow management. We are, as you saw in the report that Gilberto shared, there is a lot of Asian materials, over 180 days. Around 800 tons are related to the project. So mainly the coils that we are seeing there and some part of the finished products, around 800 ton is related to the P13C project, but not just the postponement, but the trial phases and all of this. And so what we are doing now, we are making very diligent evaluation of the stock, and we are requiring application to the mills and also to their customer to use these coils in, this is very common to use in other products. So this is one of the actions as well. And we are, as Gilberto shared, we are starting a project with what I like to call Yorozu Care, because we have many issues with them: quality, customer service, planning. We have offered many times to support them. Gilberto has been there. I don't know. I even make jokes with him that sometimes he's working for Yorozu because he's always there trying to convince them how to project, how to plan differently, and how we can work as a team together. But it's still very hard to speak to them, and they don't understand how we work here in Brazil. Maybe it's different in Japan, but in Brazil we need them to plan the orders correctly and adjust the consumption volumes, make an evaluation of the volumes. And so we have started a project, and Gilberto is conducting this together with the commercial key account responsible for Yorozu. And we are implementing a lot of actions and making a full diagnosis of the situation, and also trying to implement some actions so we can adjust the whole process of Yorozu inside our plant. And of course, we are adjusting the orders with the suppliers. So we have not, we have already asked them some reductions in the current month, so March, April, and May, but they have not confirmed yet. So we received no information from them still. Today they have a meeting to understand what can be postponed or not. And after these evaluations, we are going to issue a new cash flow, but be aware that this is our plans. These are the actions that we have been working on, and our expectation, our target is to reduce the loan and our exposure also to the banks in less than 6 months, because we know the fees are very high. So we are working on these actions to avoid this situation. Okay, if you want to ask any questions.
Yes, I have, Nicole.
Okay.
Yeah, thank you very much for an explanation. So I understand. So this cash flow forecast is conservative version. So my question is, so 10 million bank loan is just bridge bank loan, right? So bridge bank loan means the temporary the loan the borrowing the money for the maintain a cash flow positive, right?
Yes.
So I'm just thinking about, so your idea is 10 million bank loan is just allocation, or you need 10 million loan, how to say, not allocation, need money itself. So because the interest rate is very high so far.
Yes.
So my idea is, not sure suppliers of raw material is continuing almost same level of the cash paid out. But your idea is some, the reduction of adjusting the new order suppliers, of course, especially for your Yorozu. So
Mhm.
how much bank loan need at minimum for bridge the maintaining cash flow positive? That is my question.
Let me see if I understood it correctly. We need this amount was calculated based on some breaches that we had during the month. So in some days we would be negative in almost this amount. So this amount is necessary for us to have the company running with purchasing and sales for some period of time. And can you ask what the part of Yorozu again? I'm sorry.
So from suppliers raw materials, basically
Ah,
January, February, March, April, same level. It means in this table, is it not included some adjustment and reduction of new orders, especially for Yorozu, right?
Yes, it is. They are considered for the following months. This reduction is considered for the following month. So we have started the reduction in the beginning of the year, but as we have the payment terms in 60 days, usually with Yorozu, we are seeing this effect only in April, May, and June. So when we received the confirmation that the project was going to be delayed, and then we questioned Yorozu if they were going to reduce their orders, and they did not confirm, but we took some decisions in postponing either way. We are seeing these effects only for the months of April and May and June because it takes around 60
All right.
days.
So you have MAG has already ordered the raw materials
Yes,
for until June. So the order is coming until June. That's why. So you need some bank new loan to bleach the cash flow.
exactly, exactly,
Which
exactly.
means don't accept hold the shipment.
Yeah, it's a fight that we usually have with them. It's normal. They don't accept, never accept. But we have asked them differently. Now we have escalated this issue with their manager, with their general manager of sales, explaining the situation of the postponement. They were also affected because we also didn't receive some materials, and also Nissan didn't send materials to Nissan. So there are some P13C materials that are in the mill still because Nissan already postponed the orders. So they are suffering as well, but our impact is much higher. So this was the this they this is how they justified for us that they were not going to postpone 100% of the shipments because they were already suffering the same situation with the OEM. So it's like let's share the damages, but we are acting differently with them right now. So we have escalated this issue with their general manager, and in the past, this has been positive for us. So we expect that we will adjust, and then they will support.
Okay, understood. On the other hand, Gilberto is asking to Yorozu to consider if they accept starting invoicing of inventories, then a reduction of users from 60 days and 30 days. If they have no space of storage, so Maggie can do that on behalf. But what is any feedback from Yorozu about Gilberto?
Yes, regarding the change in their payment term, we don't have a response yet. But regarding the material to keep here in our stock, we are doing. We received the okay from them, so we are proceeding with this internally. We have also to set up many things in the SAP system, but of course we are already doing this procedure here
So
to keep.
Yorozu YAB accepted
Yes,
starting invoicing of inventory.
yes,
Okay,
yes.
but usance is not yet confirmed.
Yeah.
Okay.
Users not confirmed yet.
But let me say that though it doesn't sound like a big step, it is, because this negotiation was really tough to get. And Gilberto did a very hard job with them to get this negotiation, because we have been speaking about this for over 1 or 2 years, because this difference has always existed. And now we started doing it, and they complained, but then Gilberto went there again and explained again, and it seems now we are much more aligned in this situation. And still we are not receiving 30 days, but 300 400 tons that we were keeping in our stock, and now we are billing to them. So we expect that in the future, as they will have to pay, they will start adjusting planning accordingly. So instead of adding safety stock, which is for, they are adding our stock, not their safety stock, but they are increasing our safety stock with this management. They are understanding that they are going to pay for this, so, and they will not receive the materials, and this was going in the future. We expect that they will understand that there is an impact. So it's a very big step for us. A second good big step would be to anticipating 30 days, at least for some time. If it's not possible, adjusting and workshopping with them and adjusting orders. And we have, as I commented to you yesterday, Kobayashi-san, we have many ideas. Maybe in a separate meeting we can share, because we understand that in terms of relationship, Mitsui plays a key responsibility or even difference in this relationship with Yorozu.
Right. So actually, the Gilberto arranged the meeting with Yorozu here in São Paulo, 19th of, no, last week, right?
Yes.
Yes.
But they canceled suddenly. So
Yeah.
they
Yes.
stopped
Very
communicating
weird.
intentionally. So I don't know. So eu fico bravo. I don't know. So I just wanted to visit this week, Maggie. So I could not arrange it. So I'm planning to the visit in near future, especially hopefully the next week.
Okay,
And
perfect.
so I want to arrange a meeting with Yorozu. And then so in the meetings, I want to explain the situation of Maggie. And then so starting invoicing, corporation of reduction users, and also the purchase of aged inventory from Maggie, improvements, some kind of production, and also inventory control at the Yorozu side. That's such kind of agenda I will discuss with Yorozu Murakami. So I'm planning to visit the Maggie next week.
So it's going to be very good. Very good. I think it will make a difference for them.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, looks like some kind of Maggie is ordering the Ujiminas based on the scheduling order from Yorozu. So Yorozu is obligated to purchase all of inventories from Maggie timely manner. But unfortunately, so far we don't have any condition with Yorozu, the inventory period, right? So deadline of inventory. That's why so some inventory is aged more than 180 days. Almost some slow moving, some items is very quick moving. So it's better to discuss with Yorozu, its partner. So I don't have intention to jeopardize the relationship, but it's better to discuss about how to control together, stock.
Yeah, what is done is done. I think we need to start working on actions and not to happen in the future, because this big step that we now negotiated with them is going to solve a lot. But if we don't solve the basis, the problem in the base, this will happen again, and we will go through this situation again. And so I think it's very important for them to understand. But when you come here, we will speak in more details, and I will show you our controls, and I will show the kind of file they share with us for the purchasing, and you will see that they lack a lot of control. So it's very important for us if we could work as a team. We have options.
Okay.
And I hope that in the future we will be able to work better in this
Okay,
situation.
so let's discuss separately before I'm visiting the Yorozu. Okay.
Of course.
Yeah.
Perfect.
So
I have
When do you calculate the bond resolution of this new loan? Santander or the Japanese bank? Which one?
Santander. The fees were better in the Santander.
Do they need parent guarantee or no? No.
They um, you already Mitsui and AMG, yes, they require, but Mitsui and AMG have already given. So we have an approval from last year, and it's due on June. So also we probably will have to renovate this and renew this, and we will send you a separate email for this condition. But we already have this guaranteed by Mitsui and AMG Brazil.
So can
I
you
will
say
share with you later.
my understanding is correct? So the Mitsui haven't given any parent guarantee to bank loan Japanese bank Mizuho. Is it correct, Kenji-san?
Yes, correct.
So the
Until
parent,
now, we never accept guarantee from shareholders.
yeah, it is, Nikori.
Okay, let me check this. I have the meeting minutes, and maybe I am confusing, but I will share what the information that we have, and then we can discuss. I will send to both of you.
So actually, if you need some Mitsui side of the parent guarantee, so it takes the 1 or 2 months because internal approval.
Of course, of course.
It's unrealistic, under current situation. Not sure the process of AMG side, but
Yes, it's also long.
We don't have any transaction with Santander here in Brazil. So for Mitsui side, it's a little bit complicated.
Okay,
That's my
okay,
information. Please check.
okay. I'll check. I'll give you a feedback after the meeting ends.
I have a completely different question. So, how's the steel market price in Brazil now? Is it going up, down, sideways?
Sideways. We
Sideways,
received
okay.
a rollover from almost every price, some small increases, small decreases. So in general, rollover of 1%, maybe increase maximum.
I see.
I
And
don't
no,
have any different perspective for the next 6 months. I don't know if NHK can support with the steel prices for the next 6 months, but I believe we are still talking about rollover, and I don't see any increase or decrease.
Yeah, for now, rollover. The tendency is rollover.
I see. Thank you very much.
To industry, we have a small increase in the beginning of the year. But for automotive business, we expect the same prices. That's the first semester.
I see. Got it. Got it. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Nicole, one more question about Usiminas JIT. In a current
Okay.
state of negotiation, is there any deadline for stock period? Like
No.
6 months or something?
No, because they, I think they don't have a notion of the impact. So they did not try to negotiate anything with us, and they said that we can start full with 100% of our materials, because in the consignment condition, the mill is very, they have to be very diligent on making an agreement with us, with their customer, because they will be the ones holding the stock. So I'm not sure they are understanding the impact for them, because they have the situation with the soluções in all the soluções plants, but okay, it's the same company, so they manage differently. So we are the first company that started, but I asked them directly if there was some agreement or something that was pending, something that we needed to do with them, and they said no. I think we are ready. We are already sending you the information when we can start. As soon as you fix your problem with SAP, you can start. So I think that in the future they will try to establish something, because this is normal. This is something that we already did with ArcelorMittal, for example. And they have a period of 90 days. So after 90 days, if the material is not consumed, they will automatically bill it to us. But in this condition, in the consignment condition, this is not possible. They cannot automatically sell it to us. We have to return the nota fiscal, and then they will sell it directly. So this will give some extra work for them, but for now we are not seeing any. I think we will see some movement from them after 2 months that we are buying in consignment condition. But we have to, I'm not informing them before, because if they were true good partners helping us with the postponements and payment postponements, I would be advising informing them before. But as they have not been helping us very much, so we are going to wait for them to see the impact, and after they see the impact, then we will negotiate.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you for your question. So for the tax accumulation status, of course, we are increasing in some conditions because we have high stocks. So some of these tax credits is related to the stock that we have in 6,000. This is a lot. What deserves some attention is the IPI credit, which we had decreased in the past, and then we started to increase again because the materials that are being built by Usiminas subsidiary in Resende, they are not yet registered in the Federal Revenue Service. So we have been asking for support from Nissan because they said they will support us with the governmental relationship, and also we have issued a new requirement to see if they can answer to us, because the fee is low, the alíquota is low, is 3%, but still it's one of the only it's the only tax credit that we cannot recover. So this either is monetized or compensated in imposto de renda. So ideally, we would like to be exonerated from this fee. So we have already asked the Receita Federal, and we expect to receive something maybe in the next 2 months. Okay. And for the Forex long and short position, maybe we can improve this because this is the first time that we are reporting. If you want to see something different, please let me know. So I am presenting exactly the same condition that we presented in the budget. But just to inform, as we defined in the board meeting, we are going to present in a monthly basis in our steering committee the exposure that we have in foreign exchange. So we have not exported anything, so we have nothing pending to receive from customers for now. And we have open in between materials that arrived and are expecting to be paid and materials in transit for us around $1.2 million, and considering the current FX rate, around 6.9 million Brazilian reais. So this is what we have so far of opened an exposure. If you want to see other information, please let me know, and then I will improve for the next meeting. Okay.
Nicole,
okay.
if we have this forex limitation, I think it's better to set some loss cut rate.
What?
In the future. For example, if our tax rate, our exchange rate is reaching maybe 6.2, 6.3, it should be close to the open position, something. Loss cut rate.
No, Kinshasa.
No.
As you understand, so we got some the limitation of the forex long position. So based on the board meeting, the start of December. So we haven't set out some kind of the forex benchmark for making a loss. If we need, so I think it's better to discuss internally first.
Okay. If you need anything, let us know, and then we can update. And as for the board meeting, so I was speaking with Gilberto and Kobayashi-san yesterday. Our forecast was to have the next board meeting, which is the approval of the financial statements from 2024. But unfortunately, this was delayed in the process with the auditors. I was speaking with the accounting manager from AMG. He's been dealing with them directly. So what I asked is that I would like a better schedule of when we are going to receive the financial statements final with the report of the auditors. And so because what is stated in our shareholders agreement is that we must send this information to the shareholders 10 days before our meeting, and publication must be done until April 30, and ideally 5 days before the meeting. So our limit would be to have our board meeting on May 5. So but I asked our accounting manager to have a clear scheduling of when would be the best date to schedule the board meeting, and I will give this information back to you today. I still didn't receive this scheduling from him. I think he's going to send me during this morning, and then I will send a proposal to you so you can lock your agenda for the next month. Okay. So that's the only reason I haven't we haven't fixed a date yet.
Okay, so just in the material, so your idea is 21st of April.
24, I think, right?
Sorry?
24 of 24,
24, but
24.
depending on the schedule of audit financial report, so I don't need to secure the schedule of the New York team so far.
Yeah.
It's pending, on hold.
Okay.
Is my question, sorry.
Yes, put it on hold.
Okay.
And I will confirm to you today by the end of the day.
Okay, I got it.
Also, I think we will have a change. I don't know if in April we'll be inviting someone different from ArcelorMittal, because Eduardo Zanotti will be leaving the end of this month. We have to adjust this condition also with the lawyers.
Yes, I don't know who gonna participate. Maybe Kalil. Maybe Alexandre Kalil is the new vice president for commercial in ArcelorMittal Brazil. So, but I'm not sure if he's will confirm in the council. Okay.
Sorry. Of Flat Steel, right?
Yeah.
So is it officially announced? I saw some news.
Yeah. Eduardo still is the end of this month.
Okay, so
and so in 10 days. So in the next April, Kalil assume the position.
So he will retire 100% or unsure?
No, 100. No, 100%.
Okay. I see. So I appreciate you giving me time, some introduction and greeting in person with the new VP of ArcelorMittal Brazil. Thank you.
Yeah, they changed this year. There is 2 or 3 member of boards of ArcelorMittal will be retired in the end of this year. So the first one is Eduardo, and now we have a big change with Jorge assume as a CEO Brazil, Latam actually. So there are other changes in the way.
All right. Right. And also Hachiya-san, Hiro-san, you 多分最後ですよね。
また別途。また別途ね。はい。
Nicole, in case of audit process, is there any concern, some topics under discussion, or just a usual?
No, it's just the procedure of revision that is taking some time. It's not there isn't any observation, but what I can do for you, can just because I think if we receive the financial statements in Portuguese before, I will share with you before. And then if you have any question, if you like to schedule something with the auditors, we can do it before the meeting as well.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Okay, so thank you everyone. I appreciate, and we'll be sending you the updated material. And as soon as I have the confirmation of the dates for the next board meeting, I will send it to you for you to secure your agendas.
Okay.
Okay, thank you very much and have a nice day.
Thank you.
Thank you very much,
Thank
everyone.
you.
Thank
Bye-bye.
you.
you.
Bye bye.